Every year, more foreigners arrive in the same place. Different backgrounds, different countries, different reasons. But they all make the same decision. They choose Portugal. Not for luxury, not for status, but for something much simpler. A better way to live. So why does Portugal keep attracting foreigners quietly, steadily, and consistently? That's what we're exploring today. A life that feels more balanced. One of the first things foreigners notice in Portugal is the pace of life. Life moves slower here, but not in a lazy way. People take time to eat, to walk, to talk, to exist. Daily life doesn't feel like a race. For many foreigners coming from fast-paced societies, this balance feels refreshing. It feels human. And once experienced, it's hard to give up. Safety without constant worry. Safety is another quiet reason people stay. Portugal is consistently ranked among the safest countries in Europe. Violent crime is rare. Cities are walkable. Public spaces feel calm. Foreigners describe feeling comfortable, walking alone, using public transport, and living without constant alertness. Safety here feels normal, not something you have to think about every day. Affordability without sacrifice. Portugal also offers something many countries no longer do. Affordability without giving up quality. Housing, food, healthcare, and transportation cost less, especially outside major tourist areas. Foreigners aren't forced to downgrade their lifestyle to survive. Instead, many say they upgrade their quality of life while spending less. This balance is rare. A country that welcomes outsiders. Portugal has a long history of global connection. People are generally welcoming. Communities are used to newcomers. Foreigners don't feel out of place. This sense of openness matters more than people realize. Because feeling welcome is often what turns a visit into a permanent move. So far, we've seen how lifestyle, safety, affordability, and culture draw people in. But that's only part of the story. In the next part, we'll look at healthcare, climate, visas and long-term stability, and why many foreigners come for a year and never leave. Healthcare that feels accessible, not stressful. For many foreigners, healthcare is one of the biggest deciding factors. In Portugal, healthcare feels different. There is a strong public system, supported by affordable private clinics. Doctor visits are accessible. Prescriptions are reasonably priced. And appointments don't feel like financial risks. Foreigners often say the biggest change isn't just cost, it's peace of mind. Healthcare becomes something you use when needed, not something you fear. A climate that improves daily life. Portugal's climate plays a quiet but powerful role. Winters are mild. Summers are sunny, especially near the coast. Extreme weather is rare. This makes daily life easier, especially for older residents. People spend more time outdoors, walking, socializing, sitting at cafes, enjoying simple routines. A good climate doesn't just feel pleasant, it supports healthier, more active living without effort. Visas that make long-term life possible. Another reason foreigners stay is practicality. Portugal offers residency options that are relatively straightforward for people with stable income, savings, or remote work. This allows foreigners to live legally, access health care, rent or buy property, and settle long-term. The process isn't instant, but it's achievable, and once established, people gain stability, something many countries make difficult. This turns curiosity into commitment. Cities and towns that feel livable. Foreigners aren't only choosing major cities. Many prefer small coastal towns, historic inland cities, quieter neighborhoods outside tourist centers. These places feel authentic. Life happens on a human scale. You can walk to shops. You recognize familiar faces. Daily routines feel grounded. This sense of belonging is what transforms a destination into a home. Why people stay longer than planned. Many foreigners arrive with temporary intentions. A year, a trial period, an experiment. But something changes. Life becomes easier. Stress reduces. Money stretches further. And leaving starts to feel unnecessary. Portugal doesn't push people to stay. It simply makes staying feel natural. So far, we've covered healthcare, climate, visas, and everyday livability. But there's one deeper reason Portugal keeps attracting foreigners. Something less visible, but more powerful. In the final part, we'll explore community and belonging, long-term lifestyle satisfaction, and why Portugal quietly outperforms many countries competing for attention. A sense of belonging that's hard to explain. Beyond affordability, safety, and climate, there's a deeper reason foreigners stay. In Portugal, life feels personal. People greet each other. Cafes feel familiar. Daily routines become shared experiences. Foreigners often say they don't feel like outsiders for long. They feel noticed, not judged. This sense of belonging doesn't come from policies or promotions. It comes from everyday interactions that make life feel grounded. And once people experience that, leaving becomes difficult. A country that doesn't constantly demand more. In many places, life feels like a constant demand. Earn more, spend more, upgrade more. Portugal offers an alternative. Here, life doesn't pressure people to constantly improve or prove themselves. You're allowed to live simply without explanation. Foreigners often say they feel less defined by income, status, or productivity. Life becomes quieter, and in that quiet, many people rediscover what they actually value. Long-term satisfaction over short-term excitement. Portugal may not feel flashy at first. It doesn't overwhelm with spectacle. But over time, its strengths become clear. Stability, routine, predictability. These are things many foreigners didn't realize they were missing. Portugal doesn't try to impress visitors. It supports residents. And that difference matters. Why Portugal keeps winning quietly. Other countries compete loudly for attention. Portugal doesn't. It simply delivers. A manageable cost of living, reliable healthcare, safety and calm, and a lifestyle that feels sustainable. Foreigners don't move here chasing excitement. They move here chasing balance. And balance is rare. So why does Portugal keep attracting foreigners? Because it offers something many places no longer do. A life that feels steady. A future that feels manageable. And days that feel worth living without constant pressure. For many, Portugal isn't an escape. It's a reset. If you were choosing a country to build a calmer life, what would matter most to you? Affordability, safety, lifestyle. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy thoughtful, realistic documentaries about life abroad, subscribe for more videos like this.